With consumers shelling out more and more money at the pump and big oil companies pulling in record profits, lawmakers have been battling it out over several bills that would increase oil drilling on our shores and eliminate those huge tax breaks oil companies receive. The Senate just voted down both of those moves, but the fight isn't over yet. Joining us now, Republican Senator Dan Coats of Indiana, who serves on the Energy Committee. Senator, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so there was a bill today to increase offshore drilling. You voted in favor of it. The bill failed. What is going to be the result of that bill not being successful?
Well, the result is higher gas prices and higher oil costs to the nation. This administration has denied permitting, has denied exploration, has denied production of our own domestic oil, while we're trying to bring more and more in from the Middle East and all the costs that's associated with that. We're trying to open up and use our own resources to a greater degree. Unfortunately, that failed in the Senate today, but that's just a first step. We're going to keep going.
You know, this view is obviously being criticized by Democrats, and they are not happy with the idea that there would either be more drilling or that oil companies would get these special perks, tax breaks. They're trying to drill back on that, too. I want you to respond to something Ed Markey had to say, the Democrat from Massachusetts. He said the death of these bills that we described should provide a thankful end to the false hope and rhetoric touted by congressional Republicans that a drilling-only approach can help American families at the pump now or in the future. What do you say to that?
You know, they've been saying that for about 30 years. We can't drill now because it won't have an immediate effect. Well, if we had started producing more of our own resources and using more of our own resources a long time ago, or had an energy plan in place, it would have affected and lowered our prices. So this tired old rhetoric over and over and over, well, we can't do it now because it won't have an immediate effect, simply postpones it and puts us in this type of situation.
But Senator, I mean, I think the regular average American, they look not only at what they're paying at the pump, which right now is $3.93 a gallon, but they also look at the profits of the industry. And we know that the profits of the oil industry were $77.2 billion last year. How do you square those two things with folks that know we can't yank away these tax breaks because at the end of the day, what, the oil companies need them? They don't need them. They're making lots of dough.
Well, we do need tax reform, and there are exclusions, and there are subsidies, and there are expenditures, tax expenditures that are not even across the board. I've been supporting, along with a Democrat, a comprehensive tax reform plan that addresses this very thing and a number of other inequities in our tax code. But right now, picking out 5 companies who bring oil to our shore and turn it into gasoline and taxing them just simply raises the price. We need to drill. Why we as Republicans are trying to open up our own offshore and even onshore drilling and exploration is so that we don't have to rely on that foreign dependence for that. And that's going to lower prices as we increase the supply. So Democrats want to tax everything that moves, and Republicans want to increase the supply of what we have, which lowers the price.
And I guess the argument you could make here, too, is that there are lots of companies that pay less in taxes than the 5 big oil companies, like, say, GE, that doesn't pay any taxes at all. So I have to ask you, though, about this national driving tax. You have got to be kidding me. A national driving tax, is that seriously being proposed in Washington on top of the taxes we already pay?
There are a lot of laughs going on about that, but I refer back to my last point. It just seems like the Democrats want to find something that moves, find something that's making a profit and tax it without realizing that that's not how our economy works, and that's not how to grow the economy and provide better prices, better products at lower prices for the American people.
Do you think there's any chance that could pass?
No, I don't think there's any chance that could pass. I think it'd be laughed out of the Senate.
Well, some good news today. Senator Coats, thanks for bringing it to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with my 2 cents more.